So by now, most of us have heard about the influx of sargassum along our beaches, the unsightly brown seaweed that has washed up on our shores. But these folks, they're putting this algae to good use, and I'll allow them to tell us how. Chief Executive Officers Davian Morrison of Integral Recyclers Limited and Carlington Burrell of the Caribbean Climate Innovation Center. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Welcome to Smile Jamaica.
You never know, eh?
Bell Borrell. Maybe if you cut out the cut out the whole little part and stick it at
Morning.
Good morning.
I asked the question before you came. Are we talking about because seaweed is seaweed, or just sargassum we're talking about here?
Well, generally what's influx in our beaches right now is technical term for it is sargassum.
Okay.
So it's the brown seaweed that we see spoiling elsewhere and these other places.
Where is it from? Where?
Well, the research found from the University of the West Indies by Dr. Webb and other Nobel researchers has found that there was a micro sargassum sea at the south coast, at the mouth of the Amazon, in the Amazon basin. This is fed by nutrients from farming in the Amazon area, and that is then it blooms in the warm ocean climates and then is pushed up to us.
Oh.
And then there is word that it also has a source from motherland Africa, where the Saharan desert and those nutrients come back in our ocean.
At the start, in introducing you guys, I said goat feed. Is it specifically for goats, or is it just animal feed we're talking about?
It can be applied to animals in general, but from the work of Mr. Burrell and the CCIC, the thing is with business is focus on a target market. We call it a beachhead. So our beachhead right now is goats. So let us conquer that, and then we can divert to other things.
Carlington, how we jump from seaweed to go to feed?
Well, as you know, it's an invasive species affecting our shorelines as we speak.
Right.
So we focus on helping entrepreneurs to look at how building climate resilience and adaptation, and look at the things that are affecting our natural resources. And this is definitely one of them. So in one of the programs that we had, it's the Climate Launchpad program. It is the world's single biggest business green idea competition globally, operating in 54 countries. So we have partnered with the IDB group and Climate Kick, which is came out of the European Parliament. And we're having this competition in Jamaica, Barbados, and Suriname. And as a result of this, Davian has come up with this particular idea. And not just an idea, no, because he has moved to sign a few contracts and starting building out this.
So you're, in effect, financing this?
Supporting and financing, or co-financing.
So walk me through the process, Davian. You see the seaweed and then you got to do what?
Well, it started way back when I was doing another venture and trying to find a nutrient source, a cheap nutrient source, because I saw we're in Africa in the 80s, the French were treating, using algae to treat malnutrition. So I had a project with algae and moringa. And then I saw the seaweed and I thought, but this is algae too. So why not use this to feed as a protein source? And I thought, nobody now going to eat this, but a goat now go mine. And then goat in particular because of the salt content.
Everything.
Yeah, right? Goat in particular because of the salt content, which if you need to give it to humans or anybody, you need to wash it. And that will take up more water.
But you don't have to wash it for the goat?
No, because the goats need the salt.
And it's also good as a proof of concept.
But you're going to have to dry it and stuff, though, do you?
I can't tell you everything else.
But you've given it to goats?
Yes.
And them eat it and them still walking around, or somebody carry on last week?
Well, they seem to be still walking around and very healthy too.
Okay.
You said, I don't know if you said it down here, but you told me in preparing you're a serial entrepreneur.
Right.
Which would suggest that you have many businesses, or you jump at things when you see it, and I'm being very serious.
Both of them. So this is now my 7th venture. And they are all targeted to affecting social change in Jamaica, where sometimes we do not, we cream off the top, but we don't see the other opportunities. So if nobody's doing it, I'll
and the ventures are sustainable, long-term ventures?
They are long-term ventures. They are long-term ventures. It's just that one of the topics coming out of me and Mr. Burrell's agreement is that I will pause everything else and focus on this because of the seasonality of it and the need right now for a solution. Everything else, it can wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said it can be used as animal feed. Do you have to do anything different from like giving it to a goat as opposed to any other animal, or it's the same?
Animals,
Chicken short, small like that.
yeah. So the general processing is to get it to a flour type substance, cornmeal type thing, and then from that now we can reconstitute it to do whatever it wants. So just like how flour makes dumpling or festival or bami or whatever, not bami, but you know fritters, it's the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's a base.
You said finance and support. I understand finance. What does support mean?
So support through giving them a business development training. Okay. So now you came up with the idea of to validate the idea, ensure that there's actually a market for this particular idea. Is it a venture that can be scaled? We look at the natural resource itself, which is the sargassum. Is it something that is seasonal that after a while it will...
The goat, them are going dead for hunger.
Exactly, and it'll go out of business. So you have to basically do the validation
Have you
right
done
across
all of
the board.
that already?
Yeah, we have.
Okay.
And you'll be traveling to the Netherlands in November.
A lie.
Yes.
Is it something that can be exported? Or
Definitely.
Definitely.
But what we're finding is that based on our capacity just now, currently the goat farmers are suffering because of the high cost of feed. And we all love goat, but it's so expensive. It's over $700 a pound. And it's expensive because one of the biggest issues to farmers, apart from preserve license, is to feed.
Apart from just eating down people's fence, where goat eat? What does
goat
feed?
there is something in plants in general called lignin. So it is the same thing that it's a binding agent in plants. So once it has the lignin, goats will eat it.
Okay. So when are you going to be up and flying with this?
We leave here the 10th of November.
No, I think, you mean in terms of the product itself?
Oh, sorry. We're now hoping to have it by the end of November. The weather has impacted our...
Oh, gosh. So we're going to get some nice goat for Christmas.
Let's hope. I mean, our farmers are currently doing a great job in providing good meat because one thing we know that grain-fed animals don't taste as good as something that is fed in its natural diet. So we are trying to keep it in a natural sense.
By the way, we've been hearing and seeing this sargassum. So you can just walk on the beach and just take it up and go the way you have to do, or you need permission from NEPA and all kind of people to do all this.
In our validation stage, we had met with NEPA, and what they said was it's effectively just like a beach cleanup. So it does not require a particular license. The issue though is that the amount of when it's left on when it's taken from the beaches, it is disruptive where maybe every equipment you have to rake it, and also what comes along with the sargassum is a lot of sand, which is a problem. Okay. So what we have approached it as is to say, let us get it before it reaches the beaches. Let us get it before on the near shore. So that's a real difference in our approach.
Okay.
Like how Mr. Burrell said, Mr. Finance, I feel like I'm related. So like you're related.
Yeah, we're related next year. We have a related.
I think you can relate, man. That's not how you relate.
Move down a little bit. Move man, look alike.
You know, something I go by us because I've always wanted to meet Daly. Yes, man, I've always wanted to meet Daly.
So we're family.
Look there.
Okay.
And they have your wife, right?
If you know that I always wanted to meet Daly, someone said, nice, you're single.
But you know,
I'll make her wrap up the show.
I have an uncle representing us.
But Davian and Delia, Bell and Burrell.
Yeah, money for you.
I'm an in-law. I'm an in-law. It's Christmas.
Fantastic.
I want to eat them nice and storyboard. Come to make in-law.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I hope it works out. I hope it works out.
If I may grab a moment, please, I want to especially thank Mr. Burrell's CCIC team, because as an entrepreneur going out there and trying to effect change, it's very difficult to do it without the support that is there. Yeah, and I must also give thanks to the guys at Byron and Omar Scrap Metal. There's where I shop. And they have the ones who have been facilitating me in whatever I make, I go there and get.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you're my in-law, right?
Excellent.
Okay.
And this venture is, of course, in collaboration with the IDB Group and Climate Kick and Climate Launchpad.
We were talking this morning about the bad roads, them. Someone want to start a business with putting some tar in the hole.
Tar in the hole?
You can support and finance.
Well, as long as there's like some clean technology aspect to it, I can definitely do that.
Not clean, but one never say a while. Respect.